Is it on? Alicia, hey y'all, welcome.
Hey y'all,
Welcome.
how y'all doing? Hey,
How okay.
all is well?
Y'all see we in the same space. Next week, hopefully, we'll all three be in the same space. Now,
Y'all should have told me.
but look, y'all, we got an exciting topic for y'all guys tonight. But we're gonna start off with an icebreaker. But first, I'm gonna ask everybody, how was your day? Did anything happen that we need to know about? Alicia.
Today was good.
Okay.
I chilled out. I got a chance to go see my mom, but I always like it when I can hang out with my daughter.
Okay.
With one of my daughters.
Okay.
So I hung out with one of my daughters. We went and made a couple of little picked up a few groceries for mom, and then we went over there and we left. We sat with her for a little bit, and then we hit the road, and we just kind of hit the highway for a little bit, riding and talking. It was kind of cool. Okay. It was really cool.
I should have been in the car.
Me too.
Odessa, how was your day?
I had a good day. I picked up my it wasn't as exciting as Alicia. I picked up my 1-year-old grandson, and I had to decipher some Swahili, but some of that I understood, and we rode around, and then we came home and took a nap.
That would have been more exciting, because my grandbabies are, the older they get, it's like the more interesting they become. Mm. And now the older they get, the more interesting they are.
Yeah, I can get with that, but he's 1.5.
Oh,
so
yeah.
All he said was, "I want to bite," and then he pointed at McDonald's arches.
Oh yeah, you.
So that made pull over and give me something to eat. Yeah. But I had fun with him. I love him. He's a smart little boy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, I don't have my grandbabies yet. Okay.
They coming. You can share mine.
They're coming. I told my kids, you need to go and do it while I can still run a little bit. I can run a little bit. You need to do it now. Mm-hmm. While I want to. Because if you wait too long.
Yeah, you wait too long.
I'm gonna be like, oh, they so cute. Take them home.
Yeah.
Take them back with you. Don't leave none. Yeah. And my son was dating this young lady, had a little girl. And the little girl was, she was active. When they brought that baby over late at night. And they said, "Mama, can you watch the baby?" If that baby was watching me, baby, I was asleep. Mm-hmm. She was in there. She had the TV going. She was playing with the baby doll in the bed. I fell asleep on the couch. Baby, she was this tall. I don't know how old that baby was. 2, 3, 4. I don't know. She was sitting in the bed.
I think she was 3. You talking about? She was 3, I think.
She would have been worn out, tired with me.
Baby, but they brought her over too late. See, I got the energy during the day.
But see, that's the thing. When you bring them up, well, I'm a little different. I'm a night owl.
Yeah,
but if you bring them to me past 10 o'clock, we're gonna do kid aerobics, and we're gonna turn on one of the kid YouTubes, and we're gonna dance. We're gonna find some music that I like. We're gonna dance. I'm gonna spin them around. Before I know it, they're gonna be eyes are gonna be trying to.
I'm gonna be asleep because I'm a morning person.
Sit down again. I'm tired.
I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep. I wanna go to sleep.
I wanna go home.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it.
No, I'm not going. We're not going to Ghana house. Ghana is no.
I'm sick of this.
Ghana got too much going on. I'm not going back over there.
Baby, me, shoot, man. They better come on right now. See, that's me in the daytime. You give me them kids in the morning. You dropping the kids off in the morning, baby. By the time you pick them up, it depends on how I feel about you that day. By the time you pick them up, they'll be asleep. You got to carry them to the car. Yeah. But if you drop these babies off and didn't tell me you was gonna drop these babies off, baby, when you pick these babies up at 9 o'clock, they gonna be wide awoke. Why? Why? Because listen.
Because at that moment I didn't like you for bringing them unannounced. So I'm gonna make sure they full of sugar.
Oh, and then I'm gonna put them to sleep right when they get here. So they're gonna have plenty energy for you when you get off work.
Y'all just plotting, and that ain't right.
I'm just saying. Okay, let's get into this topic. Oh, let me tell y'all how my day was. So I got one more day left at the OK Corral. Okay, I got one day left. Just one. You understand me? And I'm happy about it. Because this last week, man, it was weird. Monday, they denied my time sheet. Talking about I had took 2 minutes. You left out the office
2 minutes
at 4:58. And it wasn't 5 o'clock, and you put 5 o'clock on you need to put the time that you
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And then they said I need to go back and correct another date because I didn't leave the bill. I left the building at 5 o'clock, but she say I left out my office at 4:48 or something, or 4:44 or something. And I was standing at the door. Standing at the door ain't working. So I have to
tell them the total time. Tell them the total time it took off your. Tell them the total time it took off your time sheet.
Total time that they took off my time sheet was 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I didn't work that 10 minutes, so I don't deserve that 10 minutes. Even though I get to the office at 7:30 every morning, and I don't punch the clock till 8.
Are you working from 7:30 to 8?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sip.
I'm
gonna just sip.
I gotta hit you to Veronica. Veronica is a little animated stick figure online. And whoever this young lady is, she got corporate down to a science. And she has her foot on their neck. You are not paying her. At this time, she's not going to be there at that time. If you call me on my day off, oh, I know, Jen, is everybody okay? She's like, what do you mean? Well, the only reason that you would be calling me on vacation is if the building was on fire. So did everybody make it out alive? I have to send you some links to Veronica. She's amazing.
Hey, I got one more day left. I got one more day left. You understand me? I have to listen. And I was talking about this on 5926 Central. Y'all check the page out. I was saying, when we was going to talk about the bro, we'll do that in a minute. But I was saying, why is it Now, when I first got on this job, I walked in, it was black women everywhere. I'm talking about short black women, tall black women, stout black women, slim black women, braided hair, no hair at all. You know, whatever. I thought I had entered into heaven. I say this is gonna work out. Man, I'm in here with these black women
and black girls
and
rock,
baby,
and we
rule and we rock, baby. But we rock. Listen, and I ain't talking about we rock. I'm talking about like the rock. They fights up, and I ain't talking about put their hands on each other. But baby, if I turned the corner wrong and my shoe was untied, I was getting an email. It has come to my attention. Listen, I'm good. All the way around. I'm good.
I remember those corporate. Oh, I can't do it anymore.
I'm good. Odessa, how do you feel about that? I mean, have you ever?
I mean, it's not just in corporate; it's in the health field too. I think it's everywhere. But they are either very insecure. You know, they just insecure, and if you look better, work better, think they're gonna take their job, they're gonna build up a paper trail. Or they don't have life, and that job is their life, so they're gonna nitpick because they have nothing else to do. It's just that the crab mentality. You can only go get so far, and I'm gonna pull you down. But it's not just the corporate world; it is in the medical field as well.
Well, I shouldn't limit it to saying corporate. I mean the workplace.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually the entire workplace. It doesn't matter what field it's in, especially if you have to work with more than a group of people.
Right. And what's crazy is why are we like that? Why are we doing that? You know, why? And then I wasn't even threatening to nobody's position. It just seems because I would walk down the hallway being a good spirit and hey, how you doing? Walk right past me like I never said a word.
Right.
Or I'll be, be a couple of women standing in the office and I'll say, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Or I get in on the conversation with them and they look at me like, well, we talking to you?
Misery. It's miserable people. It's misery. It's something else.
That was deep.
And it's a very immature thing too. Some people are just not mature. Age don't make you mature.
Come on,
this is true. This is very true.
Tell the truth. I'm coming in. Y'all gonna see extra stream pop up. Don't pay no attention to it. It ain't nothing but the devil. All right. So let's go into the topic. Okay. Well, the icebreaker. So I was watching The View, a scene from The View, and these two people on another show got heated behind how to put on a bra. Mm-hmm. Now, the lady says she puts her bra on and she puts her hands in the back and she fastens her bra. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and tell her that's retarded. Yeah. Okay. I buckle in the front and twist that bad boy around. Now, when I undo it, I can just reach back there and it's done. You know. What about you, Odessa? Do you put them out and then what you do?
No, in my younger day, I put it on like that woman because I was taught to, you put it on, you hook it, and you twist it. That would hurt my skin. It was just too much. So I was flexible. So I put my arms in, put my hand behind my back, and hook all 4 hooks. Did it for years. When I got older, I'm like, it's just a better way to do this and a quicker way. So I hooked the bra and put it over my head like I'm putting on a dress. Put my arms in, pull it down, and lean over and put these babies in the cup and shake it and go off. And I still do that.
You just reach under it and lift them up
and sit them in there. Well, I guess I ain't never had that.
I reach up and sit them in there, but sometimes like it's lopsided now. So my aunt Bertha told me lean over and they'll fall in there. You just jiggle a little and they perfect. Exactly. I still do that.
Who told you that?
My Aunt Bertha. She was a seamstress. She said, baby, you ain't got to do all that. Just lean over. They gonna fall in the cup right. Perfect every time.
You never heard of that in my life.
You
But
put the
I put my bra on like I'm putting on a shirt.
and you put it on like a shirt. And I
Yeah.
read in the comments, I said, okay, now somebody else do some stuff like I do. Now I have done the twist. I've done the twist.
Yeah.
But now the way that I get away with not having it to hurt, I already have on like a tank top or a little shaper. And I go under on that piece of clothing and I twist it around
Oh,
like
it's
that.
fly. Oh, okay. See,
So,
I didn't think of that.
so it doesn't twist, so it doesn't twist my skin if I do that.
Yeah.
But like she said,
Yeah.
when you clamp it and you just put it on like a tank top, yeah.
Yeah, just like that's right.
It's
Just
not
like a tank top.
lay in real good and lift them.
Yeah.
Lift them up. Yeah.
And, girl, give me five. Give me five of these. Just give me five.
Old school ain't never taught. I guess because I ain't really have none. They they call them mosquito bites and stuff. They talk about you back then.
Oh, yeah.
They tell you, you got the mosquito bites.
I put them in. That's how I put my bra on to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it off like that. I just put it over my head.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. See, but at least I knew I loved you. I knew I loved you, girl. I knew I loved you.
Hey. Listen, I ain't mad at none of it.
And what they need to quit doing,
mm-hmm.
speaking of all these bras and little shaper things that they do, because I like what Whoopi Goldberg said. She said, I don't even wear one.
She been out of bondage
for 50 years. This woman has not worn a bra in 50 years.
Oh my God.
Oh, to get to those days will be just wonderful. Because I'm just going to be honest. If I don't wear something to hold them, my back hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get them reduced because they don't hurt that bad. But they are not what everybody cracks up to be. I don't understand the purchases.
It's some women that feel like if you ain't got no bra, oh, look at you. Oh, girl, if you ain't got a bra. But
it messes up your foundation. That's what they used to tell us. I actually could not. I don't mind now. I can go braless. It's just that I'm kind of well endowed, so them little slinging while I'm walking is a little distracting.
That's what I'm saying. That gravity and stuff, the way
gravity,
you can't stay the hell away from me. Working against me. I'm telling you.
Real bad.
Oh my God. Okay. Enough of that. Listen.
Y'all stop buying them tank tops with them bras in them too.
Yeah.
They don't work.
They do not work. They got
the bra. They don't work. You be begging it to work.
It won't work.
It does not work.
It won't work. Let's see.
Same way with swimsuits. You need to get you one with a real cup because that little flat part, it don't work.
Yeah,
I be in the pool, one of them be up, one of them be down. I got the real Jess in the water.
And when you're top heavy, stop trying to wear a two-piece.
Please.
Just stop doing that. Because you go down in the water and come up, and one of them is going to be out of the cup. And you're going to be you're going to give everybody in the
it's just going to be floating. Yeah,
that's true. You're not going to know that it's out. And
everybody else know it's out.
Tell you anything.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get a whole kick out of seeing.
And it's kind of flowing in the water. Ain't nobody going to tell you.
Nobody going to tell you nothing. You just got your bond sitting out. Yes, me.
You are so right. I've experienced that. That's a testimony right there.
Come out the water and your bond is just saying, hello, everyone. Hello. And Yasmin over here like, girl,
get yourself. You better
come on back over here. And you can't do it. You just, and everybody is just looking at you like,
it's just like that. Yeah.
On their faces and the women are just,
oh my God. Okay, I want to give some pointers to men that's listening, trying to learn about women. If your woman is upset, see if her shoes are too little, too tight. She might have to pee, so stop by a restroom. What are some other reasons why your woman might be helping? What do you think? I know if my shoes too tight, baby, my underwear too tight.
Make sure she eat before she get there. Get her a snack or something.
Yeah.
Make sure her stomach got a little something on it before you
that hanger is serious.
To get seated.
Yeah.
Baby,
it's gonna be a problem. She's gonna be cussing at the waiter.
Baby,
and don't let you be hangry. Your shoes too tight. The girl roll it up. That's too much. And all that could be going on at one time. Your shoe could be too tight. You got to pee. The girl roll it up, and you're hungry. She grouchy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. That's true. I was watching this show. Oh my God, what's the name of it? But anyway, they had went to Disneyland or World, one of them.
Modern Family. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And baby, he said he went and got her some of them Mickey Mouse house shoes, baby. Her whole attitude just changed. And it's the truth. I thought about that. I say now, when my bladder is full and you taking all day, baby, I'm irritated, baby. Everything. I'm mad. I'm tired. Look, hey, she taking too long? Why is we stuck? Bladder full.
Yep, bladder full. Like today when I was pumping the gas, I couldn't even pump the gas. Quinny said, "Go to the bathroom," because I was just I was irritable. I had to pee.
What you tell me? I say, why is your hair all over your head? She said, reminding me of how I am. Once I get irritated, baby, wig coming off. I'm finna peel the lash. I don't care, And some men be like, why is she so irritated? Oh, you really on one today. Maybe it's because my shoes too tight. You done had me out here in the sun too long. You over here chit-chatting and huckleberrying around with your homeboy, and that wasn't part of the plan.
And it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot outside. The AC probably don't work in the car, and you got me sitting in this car
and I'm sweating in
I
air.
started sweating. I don't have.
And I'm thirsty. I need something to drink.
And I'm glad.
Ain't no drinks.
I'm glad we're having this conversation right now, because this summer is going to be hot. Do you hear me? And I ain't talking about just put a tank top on hot. It's gonna be so hot, your skin gonna say, when is we going home? When is we going home?
You better make sure your light bill paid up, people, because
baby,
your AC gonna have to be on full blast at all times. It's gonna have to be so cold in your house that you just gonna have to go stand in the door and let some of the heat hit you.
Come on.
While you got the ice coming off your back. Let the icicles be hanging off your back and just stand at the front door and let the heat hit you a little bit and just stay like that, because this heat, and we haven't even got to.
We haven't even hit July yet.
June 21st.
What you say?
We haven't even hit July. It's hot.
We didn't hit July.
The first day of summer is June 21st, June 22nd. We're not even there.
Right.
Today is May 22nd. We still a month away from the first day of summer, and it's
Well, don't think
seen
about it. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Ain't no water there.
You don't need to go nowhere without a bottle of water or two in your purse.
A pack of water. Put the whole case in the back seat. Put the cooler in the. Listen, don't put the cooler in the trunk. Put the cooler in the front seat on the floor. Why? Because it's gonna be that hot.
You may as well have one in the back seat and one in the front seat.
You have to be prepared.
You need the ice. You got to have the ice.
Y'all, look, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about, what is cheating ever justified? We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. That's a welcome back Carter. Y'all know about that. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
So we got this segment called What Would You Do? What would you do? So I had a couple of questions. For this week. And I'm gonna let Odessa start after I ask this question.
Okay.
All right. Is it ever a good time for adultery? I'm just saying. Is it ever a good time for adultery in the marriage? Is it ever, cheating, period?
Right.
Can we justify it? Because we hear a lot of people saying, well, I ain't getting none at home. It's been this much minute. And and then you hear something like, well, he neglected me and he didn't.
And if he had not been this way, I never would have met this man.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's still not justified. You can come up with some excuses to justify it to make you feel good, but all you have to do is communicate. And if y'all can't see when y'all can't come together on how to make each other happy in that area, you don't need to be together. And I'm not an advocate of divorce, but you gotta walk through that. You gotta work it out because there's no justification for cheating. Now, I've had an experience where the lady had Alzheimer's and the man did not. And he stayed with her and cared for her, but he had a girlfriend. And his justification was that he said, we don't know, that they had the conversation that if this ever happened, the other one could find a partner to sleep with, to talk to comfort. So to him, that was justification. But I don't know if that story he told was true. All I know is a man had a girlfriend that he was sleeping with and taking around because his wife had Alzheimer's. But the vows say for better, for worse, in my opinion, he should have waited till she passed away and then met somebody or start doing whatever. I just don't think there's justification. And you can have an agreement in your marriage to do it. I mean, if that's how y'all want to operate, I just don't think it's justification. I think you walk through it, you work it out, or you separate.
I agree, because I feel like I know that you are, and I went through it. I went through it where the spouse cannot perform anymore. Then sickness came in, and then we were on a revolving door to the hospital. We was just on a revolving door. My mind went on sleeping with nobody.
Right.
My mind was on the love of my life is about to pass away. Or the love of my life is going through something, and I can't think. My mind is not on who I'm gonna have. Can I have sex with somebody else? It just ain't on that, because I can still get a hug from you. I can still get a conversation from you. I can still, you get what I'm saying, get intimacy from you, because it ain't about sex right now. This is about the fact that something's happening to you that we can't control. My mind ain't on another dude.
Right.
Not. I heard a scenario where the dude was the wife was dying. I don't know if Odessa told me this or somebody. The wife was dying, and the wife said that for her last request, she wanted to sleep with somebody else before she passed away. That wasn't me. And I was like,
that wasn't me either.
I was like, what in the blue blazes? That was her dying wish. And I was like, who finna take on this? Even though I did see in the hospital where a man was sick and they brought in a stripper for him while he was sick.
What was he doing?
I just want to know what is going on.
People are not committed to the commitment. They are not committed to the commitment.
Okay, I have a scenario, and I saw this on TV. I think it was that show Grey's Anatomy, where the chief of surgery was messing around with one of the other doctors. He was cheating on his wife. His wife, she stayed with him, right? And she dealt with him. And then the little chief of surgery, the little girl Bailey, used to always, she kept him in line.
Right.
So the wife thought Bailey was sleeping with him. And she told him the last time he was here finishing sentences with somebody and this and that, it was Ellis Gray. So one of the other people said,
yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, that's because you're his work wife. And she's like, oh, what?
Girl, I'm glad you brought up work wife.
But now, hold on. We're going to move past work wife right quick. She told us, she say, well, wife to work wife, somebody sleeping with our husband. That's what the wife told Bailey. Yeah. But now fast forward, she had Alzheimer's. They had to put her in a home as this story progressed.
Yeah. Folks, right.
He put her in a home. Now, the chief of surgery then already had his affair, and the lady that he was screwing around with had passed away, which was one of the other doctors' mom. Yeah. She had passed away. So now this husband is going to the nursing home or whatever convalescent space where his wife with Alzheimer's is. He walked in there and that woman is going at it with another man in her room.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And so you get out of here. This is a private room. Who are you? She didn't even know who he was.
Right.
He ended up with the director acting crazy. You get him out of there and you get him. And I'm just sitting there like, hold up. Is this the same dude that had a whole affair?
He had an affair and a child.
So now, why do men feel like it's 10 times worse when a woman do it?
Because of the double standard. And plus, men can't take what women take. They just can't.
Well, that's where the scenario was like, was it justified? It still didn't justify. It was
justified because she didn't know who she didn't even know she was married to this man.
She didn't even know she had a husband anymore.
She was just in a whole world by herself.
So we can't look at that one.
No, that's an exception to the rule.
You married. You know your wife at home. Some men, they justify saying, but I can't stand her.
And then that's the women do that same thing too.
And she. Let me tell you something. To me, it's never justified.
No.
You can't tell me that you was just so lonely. Now I'm gonna say this though. The Bible says, "Do not leave your spouse wanting." That's your Bible say that. Don't render unto your spouse due benevolence. So y'all out there, you withholding stuff. You leaving room for the enemy to creep in. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. You live in the space.
It's not a palm. Why you withholding? Why would you withhold from your husband? I don't get it. You married, it's blessed. You can do it as many times you want to. Why are you withholding?
Why you?
Because they play them kind of games. It ain't a game.
I be trying to figure that out myself because when I was married, baby, look, let me tell you something. People were upset. Ladies, I would be sitting listening to ladies. I don't know. He not finna be crawling all up on me all the time. It is not his birthday. What?
The poor man can't get it but once a year.
What?
That poor brother.
I'll be looking at him like, what?
I had to
if it's next to me. And it's mine. And
right.
I know unequivocally and undoubtedly,
Lord,
look, without a shadow of a doubt. Y'all know y'all don't need to talk to the wild card about stuff like this. If it's mine and I know it's right there.
It's right there.
Why can't I'm like Monique?
And you married to it.
And I'm married to it and I'm just looking at it. And it's just
right
all I'm gonna do is look at it. The devil is a liar. He gonna be sick of me. Girl, if you don't get off me, I got to go to work.
But you know
you
what?
You can go when I get through.
But you know what? it's crazy because I just told somebody that this week. Both people have to be willing to work on a marriage.
Yeah.
Sometimes change up in the marriage. The things that you were real forgiving for early in the marriage, you know, you passed the honeymoon, you pass all that. Oh, you just good look. You pass that to he leave his drawers all over the place. He don't appreciate you. He with his homeboys more than he with you. He at work. You know, you passed it. And when two people are not willing to work together, because one person can't be working. One person can't be putting in, you know, because like I always say, if that person keep giving everything, they gonna run out.
That's right.
You supposed to give and they supposed to give, so both people stay full. If both people ain't full, then somebody taking too much, and that's just the way it is. Like they say, it's not, you know. Some people say, oh, it gotta be 100, 100. It's never 100, 100. It's never balanced. It's never, you know, equal. That's what I mean. What they say is 80 over here, 20 over here, 70 over here, 30 over here.
It depends on what's going on, the situation. You know, one's gonna give a little more than the other. Not all the time, but there are times when you're gonna give a little bit more. Yeah. On a man, you have to give a little more. It just depends on the situation. But this is my question. Why do women play the holdout game? What is that about?
What punishment?
I'm trying to figure that out. I have no answer to that one.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, because listen, some part of you, well, whoever do it, because I'm just not the one.
I'm not even.
I ain't the one. I don't care if I'm mad at you.
Can we put this on the shelf?
Hey,
because he would literally say,
I'm upset. I'm upset, not the other parts.
Listen.
No, me and my ex would say, okay, there's some stuff going on, but before we go to bed, we're gonna put this on the shelf. Yeah. This does not go in the bedroom with us. We put it on the shelf because I'm not just putting it in here. What's going on? I ain't that mad. I ain't never that mad.
I ain't never that mad. But some women, because I mean, I've heard ladies say, hey, because some men control the money, they control, you know, they use it as a method of control in their relationship. They use it. And then I hear people advising women, hold out. Yeah. Listen, baby, listen. If you married a man whose sex drive is heightened, who loves to be all over you, why would you say no?
That don't make sense to me.
He wants you, he's attracted to you, you are all he wants, and now all of a sudden, because he didn't take the trash out, and you feel like sex is the only way you can control him, so you say no. You tripping. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. You got some issues. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, I dealt with a man that loves to just say, hey, no, get over there, leave me alone. I ain't dealt with it. Hey, no. I ain't dealt with it. But I also, hey, dealt with a man who just couldn't keep his hands off me. No, I know the difference. But all that punishing your mate by thinking, let me tell you something. If you leave the door open, it's a song say, I'm gonna leave the door open. Yeah. If you leave a crack,
person gonna walk in there.
You leave a crack.
Then when you go with somebody else that's pleasing him, you mad. He a dog. He ain't no good.
But this is what.
But you sabotage your own relationship.
But this is what we forget about men. Men are visual people.
Yeah.
So if you ain't giving it, and then here come Sally Mae with the small waist and the, you know, the built-in additive she went and got added on. Go ahead.
Sally Mae ain't even got to have a small waist. Sally Mae got to have hard. So let's kill this noise with the Sally Mae with the little waist and the little thick and they go and get these BBLs and they all out here look like cartoon characters.
Oh, they look like monsters.
I'm just gonna be real.
But if the man is being punished, if he's being punished at home, she ain't got to have the baddest figure. He's yearning for somebody to pay attention. So she don't have to be no brick house. She don't. And then the wives get mad because they get with an ugly woman or a short woman or a white woman because he's not really looking at the physical, even though they're visual. He's yearning for some attention. All she gotta do is be nice.
Smiling in his face, walking up to him, bringing him
complimenting
and saying this. Wait a minute, this is a big one. And saying this. Okay, baby. All right, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't baby. It ain't baby at the job. It's boo. I ain't boo. I got you.
That's what I was gonna talk about them work wives, but we'll do that on the next show. My point is, no, it's not ever justified for adultery, but when you leave the door open.
Well, when you leave the door open, somebody walks in.
But this is the thing too.
You can leave it crack. Excuse me. You ain't got to be wide open, just a crack. You don't take nothing but a little crack.
Listen,
but a little crack.
Let me just
a little
say
crack.
This. Even if you got the door cracked, it's still not. At the end of the day, it's still not justified.
It's still not justified.
I agree.
It can be. I have a little thing that I put in my window because I have these little. I'm the cat lady in my neighborhood. They all come to my door. They all follow me when I'm getting out the car because I just started giving them treats. That's my fault. But they come and they jump up on my windowsill and just peer up in the window. And one of them literally taps on my window when they hear me talking. So I just leave that little crack. If I leave that crack up a little too high, one of them tries to come in.
They can come in there, yeah.
She tries to get in the house, just trying to get in. Now, if I let her in the house, that ain't gonna be a good thing because she ain't gonna want to leave.
She's not gonna get out. Yeah,
make her leave out, and that's the same thing with this adultery. You start that mess, it's gonna be hard to get away from it, and that is so not nope. I don't care how big or small the crack is. I don't care if it's a tiny. Look, if you looking through the peephole,
we gotta stop saying crack. Wait. Okay, because I almost lost my thought. Integrity. That's what I want to say. You, a lot of women know they have a man with integrity, so they will try to manipulate by withholding sex, and it's the same. And let me tell y'all something. Men do it too.
They do
it too. Men withhold their emotions from you. They will ignore you. They'll change up their actions. But I ain't talking about a man with integrity. I'm talking about a man who is full of that foolishness, who's a narcissist, and who's controlling. Boom.
And
how did you deal with somebody that rejected you sexually?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it hurt. It hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings because I know I'm fine. baby, I know. It hurt my. Listen.
You be like, wait, you turning all this down?
Listen, something, but I'm gonna be real
with you. Because I think that was a tactic of manipulation and control.
It to me. Little by little, it started to try to chip away at my self-esteem.
Yeah, that's why.
Little by little, it made me insecure about me intimately. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at this joker. I'm gonna tell you where my mind went. I'm looking at this joker saying, "How can you reject?" I mean, all kinds of different things start happening.
So why you didn't say that?
Like I know, Yes.
When the question should have been in your mind, because see now you're saying here this joker. So now he a joker because he rejected you. But what should have been in your mind in the first place is, why am I even trying?
Dealing with this foolishness.
But you don't be there.
But
you don't be there because
that's what I'm saying.
Because I remember a specific day, right? A whole day we spend time together. You know, he was dealing with sickness or whatever, you know. I'm the one helping you doing and all of this. Ain't nobody thinking about later on the night you finna turn your back towards me. You know what I'm saying? So when it happened, it was like off guard. You ain't thinking about your whole marriage at that moment. You thinking about what is going on with this situation right now. You know, we had a very good date. It will come out of the blue.
Right.
Now, I don't know what was going on with him. You get what I'm saying? Could have been control. Could have been something going on with him personally or whatever.
Well, obviously,
but I know at that moment, it wasn't a good time. It wasn't a good moment to do that. I did not take it in the right way. I took it as you rejected me, which is really what happened. And then this young man does not reject you like, baby, not tonight. No, he say mess like get your little self over there and calm yourself, you know, all this kind of stuff. So you ain't just about to get rejected. You finna be sitting there looking like, should I kill him in his suit? Can I choke him, Lord? If I choke him, Jesus, can I still enter in if I repent? You going through some stuff in your head because it is a trauma. It's a blow to you. It's like a boom, like.
Yeah, because you're caught off guard.
Now, when I get up in the morning, my common sense gonna kick in. But right there at that moment, baby,
right there at that moment, Nene the rejection is real.
And Nene, baby. But not one time did I say I can go get this somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? Because you know, now that was said to me. Now that was said. That's another show. Go ahead.
Now
that's another show. Go ahead.
I've played both sides. It's done happened to me, and my retaliation real. I did some things. I'm not gonna go into some stuff that I did because I know from both sides.
Right.
I know how it feels to have that happen to me. Mm-hmm. And I know how it feels to do something like that to somebody. And both sides of the rejection is real. Mm-hmm. And you don't, as a woman, you don't realize how bad that man is hurt. But that man done 10 things to you. He done the same thing to you 10 or 11 times. And then a one time,
right.
You can just have a conversation.
Huh. I'm just gonna look at my.
There's a conversation. Your phone got some text messages in it,
baby. Oh, I done got some paragraphs.
Because they cannot handle what they dish out.
But like we say at the end, it's still not justified.
Still not,
because at the end of the day, you still make a choice to do operate in whatever.
Right.
You know,
because listen.
And at that time, it's not operating in integrity. It's totally operating in your flesh. And in your anger.
Yep.
Right. Your emotions.
Low self-esteem.
And then you tell yourself that you're entitled to this. You tell yourself, that's where the justification comes in. The enemy comes in and say, you justify because you work all day. You go to work and you come home. So and this is what you deserve. What's wrong with you? Because if a woman ever stood up to and told her husband what she deserved for real and what she ain't getting for real, she ever just put it all out on the table. And a lot of women, because we be so busy trying to preserve a man's pride, till we will allow them to rip us to shreds before we say what we need to say to them. And it's crazy. It is crazy. Y'all keep going.
So I have, like I said, I've played both sides, and I understand both sides.
What about you, Odessa?
I haven't had that part, and I don't withhold, so that ain't. We ain't did none of that.
Well, thing is, I didn't withhold, and it still happened.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's why a lot of people say you cannot withhold, and it'll still be, you know.
Oh, you can sleep with them all day long. If they gonna cheat, they gonna cheat. It don't. It does not necessarily keep them there, because if a man want to go, he gonna go.
Right.
If he want to do whatever, you can't look at his phone and be with him everywhere. It's because if he want to do something, well, not just men. If you want to cheat, you gonna cheat. I don't care if you do sex every night. If he wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. So not withholding him doesn't keep the man.
Right.
I just don't like the game you playing. I'm gonna withhold him and show him. I don't think that's crazy to me. But I'm also not saying that if you sleep with him every night and whenever he wanted, whenever you want, he ain't going nowhere. That's a lie. Because if he want to go, he gonna go.
And the truth thing,
baby, that is a listen.
You could cook, clean, wash, sex down, watch his phone, all of that. If he want to go, he gonna go.
But then it goes back to what kind of man did you marry? And see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I finally sat down from all that hurt and pain and healed and all of that, it went right back to what my mama said. Everybody wasn't raised the same. At first, I thought she was just telling me that for me to understand people. But she was telling me that because we get in relationships and we forget that people, you need to find out how he was raised, what he saw. Because just because he's out there and he's saying certain things, he's out. When a man gets into a marriage or a woman, they revert back to what they saw in a marriage. In a relation, and some of them don't even have nothing to refer to. So
so they just feeling their way.
They just out here aiming at folks. They just everywhere.
This girl said.
But they go back to communication, because you need to talk about all that stuff before you say I do. Some man somewhere on the podcast said you need to date a man through all 4 seasons to see how he act, or woman, how she act when she's mad, how she act when she ain't got no money, how he act when he loses his job, how is he at his most happiest time. We don't do that anymore. We don't date like that.
We don't do that.
We say he fine, he look good. He asked me and I said yes. You don't know nothing about that joker, nothing.
Yeah, and then I can't.
And when you learn that in the marriage, and you like, ooh, I didn't know his people was like that. Oh, I didn't know he did his finances like that.
How he talk, not just how he treat his mama, but how he talk about his mama when he ain't around her. See, we be thinking, oh, well, he buy everything. Girl, if he talk about his mama like she a piece of trash and then go take her out to eat, that's exactly what he finna do to you.
That's right.
He finna do the same thing with you, because that's in him. That's in him. I'm just saying.
Yep.
And that may be what he saw. I have a girlfriend who her dad was a provider. He wasn't no good dad. He slept around, but he was gonna bring that check home and he was gonna take care of the kids. So in her mind, that's what her husband should do. He need to bring this money to me. Well, no, that's not what I want in a husband. Because I want your money, your time, your love. I want all of that. But
I want all of you.
He did what he saw. And she accepted what she had seen. But just because your mama and them had a marriage like that ain't got nothing to do with you and your mate and how y'all's marriage.
But that's another show. That's another show.
Is.
We're gonna wrap it up. Because I want on the next show. What did he say? Lost my thought. But anyway, because
we were talking about the work wife and the work husband.
We're gonna get on that.
We gotta get on that.
We're gonna get on that. I don't know if it's gonna be the next show, but we're gonna get on that. Drop it in the text for me, because I'm gonna forget. I know I'm gonna forget. Listen, because there's so many good topics to talk about that we as women deal with on a daily basis.
Okay, I got one. If he cheat, do you stay?
Put that down. If he cheat, do you stay? Oh Lord Jesus. And you stand, does that say something about your self-esteem?
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay.
And I want to give a shout out.
Okay.
I haven't seen this person in some years. I only met him, I think, once or twice. I do believe he plays keyboards, but he's a comedian now. Mr. Marcus D. Wiley.
Oh yeah.
Marcus
yeah,
D. Wiley. He's a comedian now, but he grew up in the church. His dad is a pastor. And
Yeah,
I think he plays keys, if I'm not mistaken, because
you finna talk about his latest
his new stand-up, Marriage is Major Surgery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
My
it's good.
God,
I've seen some of that. It's good.
If I had known the things that this man talked about before I got married, I would probably either be still married today or I would have taken off running in the very beginning. It would have been one or the other.
Yeah.
Because the things that he dives into with that, he talked about, they call it the 5-year itch. We've heard about the 7-year itch. It's so much that can be
about all that. It's pretty good.
It is. Oh my God. That was I sent that to all of my children.
Yeah.
Because they're now in relationships and they're talking about marriage and things like that. I sent that to them. I say, it's a comedian. I said, but y'all better go look at that.
And the truth is, the reason I like it is because he didn't say what he did was going to work for our marriages. What he was letting you know, he had to become a husband to the wife he had, and she had to become a wife to him. But sometimes sometimes when we get into relationships, we think we have arrived, and we don't realize that it's some breaking and some making that's gonna happen in that marriage. It is. You know, and but you know, some of us are not walking with God. We want to apply God where we can, and that's not gonna work. You're gonna have to live it. I done went into a sermon. All right, y'all. Let's give our final thoughts for tonight. Go ahead, Alicia.
Woo, this was good.
It was good.
This was good.
I think
we thought this was gonna be a short topic. Yeah, this is gonna be a short, slow topic. Nope, they ain't just 5 move around.
3 shows.
But this, we can dive into this. This was awesome. All I can say is, look, if you with somebody, this is coming from somebody now who is single. Quit calling single people about what you got going on in your marriage. We might be sitting here talking about it, but we kind of like experts because we done been in it. Some of it has failed. Some we have been there, done that, and we know what to tell you now and what not to tell you.
Yeah.
What we not gonna tell you is, girl, you need to leave your man.
Never, unless
we
he
gonna
punch you in the face. If he punching on you, I'm gonna tell you to leave.
And fellas, if she taking a bite out of crime, if she hauling off and slinging her fists at you, if she calling you out your name, she ain't no good either. Get rid of her. She ain't no good. Get rid of her.
Okay, Odessa, before my camera cut off. Odessa,
okay, I think it was a good show. When I first read the subject, I'm like, baby, that's quick. It ain't justified. But it has layers. So it was a good show.
I feel you. I felt that too. I'm like, yep, it's gonna be quick.
Oh, I got a shout out to your percussionist.
Quit it.
I just thought that would make you laugh, Queenie.
Quit it. Okay, y'all. We love y'all, but we gotta go. We want you to remember, without faith is impossible to please God, but with God, all things are possible. If you want a real good life, then live it for real. Bye.
Bye. I love y'all.
Bye.
Odessa, watch yourself, girl. Watch yourself.
Watch out there now.
I was just teasing. No issue.
Peace. We got